Hi everybody, welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to continue this SCT build. I've got all of our electronics placed, servo, motor, speed controller, fan, battery trays, all the good stuff in the middle. This is my old nitro truck. My intention today is to take these front and rear clips off and put buggy arms on the clips, and then we'll place the clips on the neutral, on the SCT. I don't know if we'll get everything done front and rear today, but we'll try. I think there's some work to be done. I'll probably start with the rear because it probably is a little bit easier, right? You know, to deal with the spindle carriers, bushing, and so on. Yeah, I guess let's jump right into it. So this tool, little engraver, it's over on I have a video on the channel that talks about how to use it, and I've got a link to the Amazon listing as well. So go and jump and take a look at that video, the quick tip, and see about how you use this thing. This is a great little tool for cleaning out muck from your screw heads. All right. Let's get a tool. So we don't completely destroy our wrists. It does require me to find a 2.5. Yes. And we'll go to a 2 for the middle screws, and we'll go turn it over and get the chassis brace and so on. Okay. Then from the front here, it's really just this, from the top rather, it's really just this one screw that connects the chassis brace to the gearbox. We can just pull this out. Not sure if we'll use the chassis brace or not. We'll see how that goes and how the layout works. Maybe. That's our rear clip off. Let's take this and put it aside. Let's get some buggy arms. I think we can just use these. Perhaps not. I have a new set of arms and spindle carriers. Let me find that. Too many parts. Truggy arms, truggy arms, truggy arms, lots of truggy arms. Here's rear buggy arms. Let's try those. This is a rear buggy arm. Maybe. Truggy. Well, this is another. Is this actually? Yes. These are different arms. And you see the cutouts here for the dog bone. I mean, what else is different? I mean, it looks like it's just these cutouts. Oh, and the cutout through the middle of the arm as well. Let me see if I can find a match for this one. Truggy arms. See if we have any here. Oh wait, why am I mucking with this? I have two good rear arms, idiot. I need front arms. All right, well, we'll mess with that when we get to the front. Jeez. Staring at the right part and looking for it anyway. Super smart. Use your flush cutters and take these sprues off. You're not going to need those. They're just going to be in the way. All right. I think between this rear and the other one, we can make something work. Get started, I guess. Start with the shocks. Oh, that was easy. Now this one too. Not so easy. And then I think we're going to have to figure out a solution for the shock tower too, because I do not believe that this shock tower will work on the new build. But you know what? Let me take a look at it. We might try. Let me see if I can take this body mounts off too, and that way we can see if this is going to work. Because it might be I need to take this. I think the Chase Ehrlich build used buggy shock towers versus truggies. I don't know how this is going to work. Because to me, it looks like... let me show you. We have these two body mounts. And it seems like Chase, for his build, actually used the buggy shock tower on the front, and then he drilled these holes out for 4mm screws, and then ran his standoff screw through the body mount and through the shock tower into the standoff. That might be an option for us. Really, I just need to get it up off of the... there are two holes that line up here, I think. Maybe? No. How? No, none of these holes line up. Really? Yeah. Ooh, those two. Maybe. But I also think that's the front. These don't have... Oh. Wait. That... Oh, no, they don't line up. Yeah, no holes that line up there, I don't think. Perhaps... Ooh. Perhaps these two right here? Do you know? Let's try it. I'm just saying, like these two, the wing mount holes. I mean, it's really close. Yeah, I mean, that could work. I think the screw's probably too long, but that might be okay too. That's hot. I mean, that's pretty close. It just doesn't quite stick up high enough to clear the... have the body mounts clear the shock, unfortunately. So I don't know if that'll work. I'll try the same setup though on a different shock tower, because it's clear that these holes are pretty close. We just need a shock tower that doesn't stick into the body mount so high, because this isn't gonna really work. It's basically the shock tower is like pushing up on the body. I mean, I guess I could grind off the top of the shock tower if I really wanted to use this one, but I think it would be okay with the buggy one, since we're using buggy arms anyway. But what we learned is that this could work. A buggy towers and buggy arms, yeah. So we'll keep that in our back pocket. That would be the way we connect the rear body mounts. Cool. Cool. Oops, that's a clockwise. Left-handed thread. I guess we use buggy shocks too. I don't need these truggy shocks. I just take a shock off of a buggy. And just to sort of make sure, I want to see that everything on the drive line is gonna line up okay. Yeah, you know, that's perfect. How does that look? Yeah, very nice. So let's just get these arms off. And definitely used a lot of washers to do that wheelbase. You notice I have more than one nut on each of these links. I consistently lose these nuts. I don't know why, and especially this one on the back on my trucks, my buggies, everything. I don't know why. So I've taken to putting longer screws in and putting another nut on the end of it, in addition to Loctite and all that good stuff to try to keep it from ever coming out. I've been lucky with these so far, but they are not coming undone unless I ask them to. Oof, that has a lot of Loctite on it. Yeah. You can even see it on the threads. Nice. Oh, I don't even know if I can get the camber link off. If we twist it. Maybe. There's too much Loctite in the threads that is getting bound up in the ball ends. Come on. I want to come out. Well, that's frustrating. There we go. Oh, no, that took the ball. Is that backing out now? No. What am I supposed to do about that? Just grip it and rip it? This is very challenging. Jeez. I'm trying to, like, hold the ball end and yank it forward while I turn the screw, hoping that the threads and the thread lock would bite into the thing, but no bueno so far. What if I can't it? It's closed. I just twist and pull. I mean, Yeah, you think there's some Loctite on that? Jeez. Nasty. Yeah, this one's got a lot of thread lock on it too. Oh my goodness, same thing. Probably. Oh, it slipped off most of the way. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Come on. This shouldn't be so difficult. Just because there's too much thread lock, I guess. Can't tell if that's backing out or not. It is not. What the heck? There we go. Man, that thing's banged up. Maybe it's time for a new link. I have to see if I can find one. That one is trashed. All right. Hinge pins we'll need. Oh, come on. We will not need this sway bar. We'll probably put a buggy sway bar. It's easier to take the sway bar out if you press the bushing out of the gearbox lid there. How do we get it the rest of the way out? A pokey thing. There we go. And we'll just put that bush back in there. We'll use that again. 3 mil bushing on the gearbox. We're not going to use this shock tower, so that can come off. And that thing is pretty dirty. All right. Spindle carrier, sway bar. Let me take this hinge pin. Let me take this sway bar retainer off. Keep that. All right. So these hinge pins have bushings inside and out. We want to get those bushings. So we will need them. Probably get these sway bar links off too. Oopsie. Thought somebody was here. Droop screw. Don't forget your droop screw. Back end is full of junk, so I'm just turning it in backwards. All right. Arm clean. Droop screw. Camber link. That's 2.0. That screw head needs to be cleaned out. Can we do that? Yeah. There's just tons of junk down in there. I'm gonna say that's like nitro oil and dirt, everything else. All right, that gets nice and clean. For these, I like to put a little bit of pressure on the camber link because it lets the threads bite into the body of the arm. The reason that I like to do that is because a lot of times you back the screw out to here, and then maybe you can't get at it. So it kind of stops right here, right? So see how they just slipped back in. If I put pressure on this camber link this way, it kind of pulls the screw into the hole, and it'll thread out. You see. And then eventually the camber link just pops off entirely and you got your screw. Oh, bushing. That other bushing's there. Okay, that's 2 clean arms. What's next? So we're going to leave our block here for now. We'll see if we can build some rear arms. Where to start? Droop screws, I guess. Clean that one out. Yeah. I understand from Chase Ehrlich's video too that one of the things that might need to be done is to trim down the droop ears on the chassis so that you can get more droop out of these little arms on the truck. We'll see but I'm gonna guess that yes, we're gonna have to do that. And I don't know if there's a way we can do that with the gearboxes and the arms of Han. So we might have to take it all back apart to get some more droop into this guy. I guess I can go ahead and put the bushings and the hinge pins through this just to get it all kind of looking like it's supposed to. Maybe that'll help me think about what the next steps are a little bit more clearly. Let's see. Yeah, how about that? Just need a screw on the back to hold everything together. Great. Gonna need spindle carriers and drive shafts off of a buggy, right? Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Got another parts car here. I'll take these spindles, and I've got new carriers. Oh, do you know? Do I have buggy arms in here? Oh, I do. All right, good to know. I'll put that with my other stuff. I have lots of arms. Buggy arms. Buggy arms. What did we come in here for? We came in for spindle carriers. Front buggy arms. We were looking for those. Dog bones. Knock towers. Hey, another set of buggy arms. Buggy arms. Where are all my spindle carriers? Buggy arms. Chunky dog bones. Old spindles and spindle carriers. Caster blocks. 2.0 parts. Might steal those link ends. What's that? A bunch of dog bones. CVDs. With CVDs, universals, all the things. But no spindle carriers. Spindle carriers. Put these buggy arms with the rest of my arms in my box. Spindle carriers, where are you? I have another radio box too. Those are old 2.0. Little carriers. I had a bunch of them. Where'd they all go? Ooh, wait. More parts. These are all springs. Need a spindle carrier. Gearbox. Oh. Hang on to that. Oh, that's 2.0 gearbox. Ooh, ooh. Old truggy shock towers. That won't help us. Brakes. And dog bones. Everything but spindle carriers. Oh. Put our springs back. I will keep this. This bag is only springs. This bag is just shocks. Wow. We're killing it today. I definitely have a bunch of spindle carriers, and I do not know where any of them are. I don't understand. Where did I put all of them? There. That's where I put them. These are 2.0, but I don't really care. Let's see. Oh, it's got the bearing spacer in there. Actually, is that going to cause a problem with our universals or CVDs? I guess we'll find out. This spacer out. We shall see. To take these, I just use a wheel wrench for the hex, and they're nice enough to put a hole in the back of it. So you just go in like that, and you can just push this pin through. And that's our spindle out. Let's see if we can get these bearings out. I have new bearings, but I just want to see kind of where did the outside bearing go? Is there not one on these? That would be weird. Maybe I took it off. Or somebody did. Anyway. So the question is, can we run these universals Let's see. Bearings we need. Where are my bearings? You know, I keep getting myself organized, and when I get organized, I misplace everything because I'm like, I expect it to be in a spot and it's not there. Like, where did I put everything? I guess it's good to be organized, but like, yeesh. I don't think this is the right size. Nope. Why is that in my bag? It's wrong size shoulder bearings. I will never use them for anything. They should not be in my bag. What else do we have? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna need 4 of these. Right? Yeah. That'll work for that. What are these? These are diff bearings. So we have 4 outside or inside wheel bearings. Let me see if I can. The outsides. I have the outsides in a couple of different flavors. Let's run these factory team bearings. Some associated blue on our Tekno. Go with our associated battery trays, huh? So yeah, so spindle carrier, bearing, seals face the dirt. And then the question is, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, we are also going to need the 4mm hexes off of this. Where's the pin? Oh, there. So the difference is the offset from the bearing to the wheel, right? There's a +4mm, and this is only what, a +1? Yeah, +1. You can see the dot right there, and this one had, oh, this is +3. Strange. Oh, it's got a shim on it. We should probably run that shim too. So we'll use our 4-3, I guess. I don't know. Crank that down pretty tight. That one doesn't come off without your permission. We want to go to this guy. Okay. Oh, we need the bottom. What do they call these? Roll center. Sure. So, where can we go with roll center? There should be, what, 4 of everything, right? We want to get these as low as we can, right? Or get the spindles up toward the top. Yeah. So I probably want the H and L ones, these, and then put them in this way. H, L. And that'll get the hub as close to the ground as we can. I think Oh no. That dog bone's not long enough. That's problematic. Well, what do we do? Do I have longer buggy dog bones? That's a serious problem. Because that does not connect to the diff cup. Okay, let me have a think. We'll come back.
5 hours later.
Okay, so I did some fooling around off camera, and it looks like there's not a way to make these buggy dog bones work with, or these buggy outdrive, whatever you want to call them, work with these blocks. I took the spindle off of a 2.0, and you can see that it is not quite long enough to make it to the outdrive. I similarly took another spindle off of a 2.2, and really the difference between them is the length of this shoulder bit here. So this 2.2 dog bone is still not long enough. It's only really like 2 millimeters longer here. So it's still not quite enough to get to where we need to be. Yeah, talking to some people, they gave me the indication that I should probably explore using the buggy blocks on this guy. But I know that the rear buggy block is probably not going to fit on the chassis unless we do some modification. So yeah, let's see what we can come up with. Let's see if we can take these blocks and make them work. I can leave that screw on. All right. I can want them out. There it goes. Oops. Oh well. I'll pick that up in a minute. Ooh, go ahead. And chassis brace. Oh, right. 2.2. Uh-huh. I was like, why doesn't this come off? All or 2.1. I can't keep my Tekno model numbers straight anymore. Are these a 2.0, 2.1, or 2.2? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, we're free. We're free. All right. If we take this D block off, I think this is the biggest concern I have, right? Is the D block, not the B, or not the C, rather. We're just making a mess. So, buggy D block. Can it go? No, not without some modification. What will we do? Looks like at a minimum, we're going to have to grind down that bit that protrudes out of the bottom of the block. It should be only fitting in that groove. Yeah, I think if we shave this down and shave these parts down, that gets us where we need to be. Let's see what we can do. Oops. Get my Dremel, and I've got a cut-off tool. I just slung a part across the floor. Oops. Let's see what we can do. Wonder. Yeah, that worked. I am gonna wish that I had a vise. Let me get. Where'd my big pliers go? Yeah, that got hot fast. Man. Turn it up a little bit. Is that not grinding any longer? Maybe I wore off all the abrasive. Yeah, close. mean, that's almost all the way down. And I wish. Looks pretty good. It's not perfect. I wonder if I have another wheel. I could just turn this one over. Let's try that. If I can get this one off. That side is clear. We need our washer and screw. So yeah, worn side, not so worn side. Go on. Thank you. Worn, not so worn. Okay. What do I do with that screwdriver? I think that did it. For now we need to figure out from there how far we need to modify the ear pieces. I guess we just grind them flat. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, why did I take them off? That was dumb. That's pretty good. I think that's okay. Maybe I'll grind a little more. There we go. Yeah, that's nice and flat. Is that hot? Not too bad. So the question now is, maybe I just use this gearbox. Let's try it, YOLO. Where'd my block go? So we assume that, let's see, what do I do? So that's, let me take off the sway bar here so this doesn't get in our way. All right. So question is, will this now fit? Yes. Do we think that's going to be a problem with the arms and clearance? Let's find out. Yeah. Let's use the Truggy gearbox. Right. Let me take. This block's different, right? Yeah. Yep. But it's got the same holes. Let's see. We'll see. Oh yeah, I do have to take that off. Right. We're gonna go get this D block off of this guy. I might use a shock tower on this SCT. And need that's D block. Where's my other C? Ah. Okay. Let me take this back off, put the pill in, and see if our dog bones are going to work. And then we'll see if it's going to work on the chassis plate too. Let's see. What did I do? 2 dots up and out. Where'd my other pill go? No, just put a new pill. Not a big deal. 2 dots, 2 dots, 2 dots, 2 dots. Not in that one. Two dots. Yeah. Two dots up and out. Give us some anti-squat and some toe out. Yeah. Hinge pins. Let's see. This one. Right. Our screw. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, buggy blocks. Now, how will this work with the chassis? So far so good. Then what if put our arm here? It is just not long enough. Like it's just on the edge of the cup. And I'm afraid that with any flex, it'll pop right out. What can we do here? Will that extra couple of millimeters make a difference if we put in a 2.2 drive shaft? Let me run this hinge pin through just to. I need bushings there. Why did I just put that in the wrong way? Is it the right one? I don't know. They go in to out, don't they? So the bushing is doing the work of supporting the spindle carrier, not the These 2.0 spindle carriers hardly fit these 2.0 arms, 2.2 arms. And that bushing does need to be on the outside. Why won't that go through? Should. Yeah, that won't work. I'm afraid that won't work. Because with droop, it'll pull the dog bone right out of the outdrive. Well, what's the way? I mean, really, this thing only adds like 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters. I don't think it would be very helpful. All right, back to the drawing board, I guess. Let me look around here, see what else I got, and we'll come back.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I went and I grabbed 2 spindle carriers off of another parts car I had laying around. Let's see if these will work with the other gearbox. Yeah. You can see I've been doing some measurements, trying to understand what's going on here. It turns out that you can't really mix and match 2.0 and 2.2 parts with much success. So let's try this. Oh, let me push it. Oh, on the other side. I was like, where's my bushings? They're over here. Oh, yeah, this fits much better already. And let's see if the dog bone will go and stay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem there. So yeah, if that's the way, we just have to use 2.2 spindle carriers and our hubs and outdrives. Sweet. Well, we learned something. Don't mix and match generations of your parts. Yeah, the challenge, what I kind of found was that if you look at the, let's see, let me put the roll center blocks in here, if I can find them again. Oh, there they are. Table. So I'll put these in here just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Let's go. So if you look at these kind of side by side, they don't look terribly different, but if you look at where this hole is in relation to the outside of the carrier or the hub, it's much further in the car than this one is. You see, there's let's see, we can use our calipers and get a measurement, huh? It's what's that work out to? It's 4 millimeters spacing there on the new ones, and almost 6 millimeters on the other ones. So that's the really big difference, right? This offset. So use the new hubs, not the old ones. Or if you use the old hubs, use the old hubs with the old arms and old dog bones and things. These came directly off of a car, a 2.1. I didn't change anything about these. I just put it right on here. It seems to be the right fit. We just need to put in our spacers to adjust the wheelbase. And I usually put those in the front because I like a longer wheelbase on my cars. I wanted to drive more like a Cadillac. I'm old. I like my car lazy. Is that too many spacers? Oh, man. I want that. Go through. There it goes. Yeah, that'll work. We need a washer on the outside. A washer, not a plastic. Nice metal washer. If we can get it. Come on. There we go. And pliers to hold the other nut. Nice. Yeah, where did I put my other spindle? Right in front of me. All right, bushes. Where did all my bushes go? Let me grab some. One of these bags is open. Yeah, this one. I guess these bushes are actually supposed to go on the outside. I'm not sure. I don't feel like looking at a manual to find out, and I'm fine with just rolling like this. Hinge pin, washer. We'll come in through the front. Put our washer there, spacer. It still floats in there. Does it float? No, that one's nice and tight. I just need a different washer in there. Okay. Oh, it didn't even stick? Nah. That would be the problem. There we go. Great. Washer go on. Okay. Now we're closer. We need a shock tower. What do I do with my other gearbox? Here we go. Think that screw's bent? All right. Take these screws out. These are just taking up space. Oops. Well, now. All right. We can take more off, huh? And we'll take this body mount off. We won't need it. We're going to put the SCT410 body mount on this shock tower in a minute here. Actually, I'll do that now. Let me take this one off. Don't need that. Right. So this will go here. See about body mounts. Yeah. I think this will go on the front. Let's see. Need a nice long screw. Yeah. We can go off of our shock tower. Oh, come on. And into these two holes. I use nice long screws here to prevent, any pull out or anything like that, since we're only really using two holes. I do have to squeeze this a little bit to get these holes to line up properly. A little bit of a challenge. Because the holes in the body mount are just a little bit too wide for these sets of holes, but we'll make it work. Just want to get this one started by hand, and then I'll hit it with my driver. And we have body mounts. How about that? That's pretty nice, huh? Now we just need to place that. Oops. Okay. Now we can hook up our camber links. I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing right here, but I can turn it up again. So I'm going to make sure that the outdrive goes in the outdrive cup, and then my camber link goes on my screw there. And then I just took a nut off and put that nut right back on. That should be our camber link set. Let me get driver and a nut driver. All right. Same thing on this side. Bearings right now. It's a little too tight. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, we have arms and a body mount. Looks like the body mount actually prevents the arms from full extension, but I guess that's pretty full extension. I don't know if probably the shocks would never let them come up that high anyway. All right. So, yeah, I see what they're saying about droop. You really can't get any. Where's it hitting? Oh, it's hitting out here on the ear. I see. So what we need to do is grind down that droop ear. How much? A little bit anyway. Let's do that. All right. How's that for precision? Let's just ground down a little bit, see what happens. Oh. All right. Oops. So now we have a little bit more droop on this side. No. It didn't really do anything. Perhaps I mean that did help some, but tell you what, it hits here. Maybe I could just hog out the arm right there. Let's try that instead of taking a Dremel to the chassis, right? Instead, we'll take a Dremel to the arm. So we need to lose how much? Actually, that leaves marks. Wonder if that'll do. Just get my knife, clean it up a little bit. All the melty plastic. See if that does the trick. That's better. It still hits. Still hits there. We'll just hug it out a little bit more, and then we'll do the other side. Up a little bit. Hey, there. So that's how much more droop we got. It still looks like it's kind of catching on that chassis ear. Might still take that on some more. Closer, maybe. It still doesn't quite get to the screw, but maybe that's okay. I mean, that's a pretty good deal of droop right there. I don't want to adjust this droop by how much I hug out the arm, though. I mean, stock Tekno is what, 116 in the back? No, 126 in the back. So let's see, 126-ish. And that's center to whole center. Yeah, so that's plenty of droop. We can back that back off, actually. Maybe. Okay. All right. Just grind away on this other one. Plastic. Get that out of there. Up a little bit. Yeah, let's try that. We have roughly the same amount of droop on both sides. Roughly. Maybe a little bit more out of this one. Where does it get hit? Right. Okay. Go in and get. That looks better. Measure these. Yeah. Yeah. More droop than we need. That's good. Okay. Let's put this thing on. We'll call this one done. Rear will be done. How exciting is that? Oh, except for shocks, I guess. We do need to get some shocks on. No, dogbone, stay. Now my rear dogbone should not come out at all. How about that? Closer. And let's see about the chassis brace. What do we do with that truck? Chassis brace. How does this work? Can it work? Not so much. Looks like this back hole lines up. That could work. Let's do that. Does it line up? Yeah, it's on. Great. Did I miss? Oh. Fortunately, I can't use that front hole, but that's okay. What do we think of that? Have chassis brace. We have a rear clip. Do need shocks. Oh, you son of a bitch. Somebody put screw in the backwards. Okay. Some standoffs came along for the ride. Oh, yellow springs. We probably are going to swap these out. Not right now, though. I'll get to that later. Yeah, look at that. Like just a couple millimeters off of droop, so we can bring that with a droop screw. All right. So close to a rear end. Is that a silver? That's silver. We want black. Black. All right, now the silver goes on the other side. Mm. I cannot find the hole for this guy. There it goes. What? Is this a black screw too? Oh, it is. It's just worn off so much that it looks like a silver screw. I thought. Yeah, it is black. All right, this one's silver. The silver ones are left-hand threaded, so they go in counterclockwise instead of clockwise. And these just don't go tight, just snug. I mean, we have a rear end. It's buttery. Maybe need some new shock oil. This is too free. That one feels good. This one needs a rebuild. Okay, we'll do that off camera. The other thing I kind of wanted to do today, one last little bit, I guess, before we end. I was thinking about putting on these Nerf bars. But I wonder if I should wait until the end. But I guess it doesn't really matter because the body will go on. It should be just fine, right? I just need to move these up. Let's do that. Get my drill and the right size drill bit. Just an M3. Yeah, this should be okay. I think this is the way. What I should do is put a screw in there. That'll keep me lined up for the next one, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that works there. And then just do the same thing on the other side. And I will go and grab some hardware offline here and see if I can get screws and nuts. You see I have a bunch here, but I don't want to get too long. I think, yeah. Yeah, this top way. All right. Another screws. I want to hold it in place. All right. Do I have some good screws for that? Just need an maybe. Ooh, I have 3. No, that's too short. M3 by 10. We have many more of those. Yeah, that'll work. 4 of those. All right, we just need pliers to hang on to that for a second. I mean, yeah, I should probably put a washer on the back of that, huh? On the screw. Yeah, that was maybe a mistake. Not putting a washer on the other one. Nice. Oh, right, washer. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, and I thought I had another shoulder knot. I do. Mm-hmm. Last little thing for the day. Uh, how about that? Look at that. I'm so much closer. We'll almost have an SCT. You think of that? Well, those pieces come down too far, huh? Maybe I should turn those over. Yeah, I should turn these Nerf bars over. They definitely come down too far. They kind of rest on the table if I set the chassis down, so I'll turn those over. But we'll do that one in the next. Yeah. We're closer to a car, y'all. This thing's going to be fun when it's done. Looking forward to giving it a rip. We're going to have a new track layout here at Thornhill for the Texas two-step this weekend. Maybe if I get this thing done, we can let some people give it a rip out on the new track during a break or something like that. But yeah, in the meantime, we'll get back to this tomorrow, and we'll do the front end. I've got a front end slated for it, actually. I'm going to take it right off of the parts car that I took these arms off of, or these spindles off of. And then we'll do some shock rebuilds to get these guys in order for this car, because I don't think that these light springs and light oils are going to work in this big rig. Yeah, these are way too soft. So yeah, so look forward to the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.